do? Welcome back to episode 1. I'm your host, Faves, and this is Tea Time with Fit Civilian. On today's episode of Tea Time, we're just going to go over the basics of why I'm starting the show. I believe that it's very important that I put a message out there, I just put my perspective out there. And if it brings some value to one individual, that's really my purpose here. For one person to grab one takeaway at any point throughout the show, at any duration throughout the show, and have that lead them on a trajectory to be the fittest civilian that they can be. If you do find any value in the show, please like, share, subscribe to the channel, and let's get started. So, I'm Fabian, right? And who is Fabian? Fabian, just a civilian, just an ordinary, normal dude. I'm very athletic. I like to be an athlete. I like to be involved in things that really push my physical capabilities. Now, as well as things that push my mental capabilities as well. When we think of being fit, what's the first thing that we think about? Maybe being physically fit, maybe being mentally fit, maybe being spiritually fit, or maybe even being financially fit. Fitness encompasses all of those things, I believe. So when we talk about being a fit civilian, it encompasses a it's very broad, but it's a way that we can really dive in and realize and pursue our full potential by being the fittest civilians that we can be. And that's who Fabian is. He's on a journey. You're seeing where he's starting his journey, and just he's on a journey to be the fittest civilian that he can be. And while he's on this journey, he's going to document his journey. He's going to educate some people. Some people are going to like it. Some people are going to disagree with it. But it's okay, because we have the First Amendment. And that gives me the freedom to speak and say my point of view. And we also have the Second Amendment. And let me just read the Second Amendment to you real quick. Second Amendment, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. That's the Second Amendment. Cheers. Shout out to the Boston Tea Party. That's the Second Amendment. Okay, and what are we doing here, right? My message is, once again, to get people to be the fittest civilians that they can be, to realize that they can be, that they should be, and that they also have a responsibility to their loved ones, to themselves, to be the fittest civilians that we can be. And a civilian, I mean, like, really, a large population of the people are not involved in military or policing, right? Or anything of authority. A large part of the population are civilians. Just people going about their day, going on their way to work, coming back home to their family, want to sleep well at night. But on this journey, where we go to work, we go back home, want to spend time with our family, we come home and just want to be at peace and want to sleep well at night. In this world that we live in, we do have disturbances. And when those disturbances happen, we need to know how to be the fittest civilians that we can be. Why? Because at the end of the day, we are really our own first responders. And it's our duty to really take first action when something happens around us in our environment, either to get out of there with our loved ones or to protect ourselves. and fight and stand strong. Now, me, when did I really start getting like heavily involved to being prepared, being, let's call it armed, right? Wanting to look into protecting myself in different various ways. So this journey of firearms specifically started in, well, I shot my first gun in 2017 over there in Arizona. I was with Brandon and Jess and went to a nice gun range. I'm gonna find the video for you. I was pretty bad. I was really bad, of course. Beginner, shoot my first pistol. Now in 2020, when you know what happened in 2020, March around this time in 2020, things started to get a little weird. And I never really thought that I would want to look into firearms until things started getting a little bit weird. So things started getting a little bit weird in 2020, and I started looking into firearms. And it's just put me on a path that I can really appreciate. And on this path, you really grow to be a moral and prudent person because you really have to be. You have a lot of responsibility that you carry on you, literally, when you carry a weapon. So, where, right? Like, see, being a fit civilian, it's not just about firearms. It's not just about firearms, right? Like I said, it takes emotional fitness, takes spiritual fitness, takes financial fitness, and it definitely takes physical fitness as well to be a fit civilian. So, where you can go to your local gym, practice some physical fitness. You can go to a jazz bar, practice some. That would be a combination, right? Maybe some mental fitness, maybe some emotional fitness. Just tune out, just get in a nice rhythm. Or, right, you can just go outside, go on a walk, go to the park. But to shoot some guns, right, there's a few ranges in North Jersey. Uh, RTSP has two ranges, and Gun for Hire has another one. Very good, where you can go and train. And don't just go to the range and shoot pow 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 pow, which is definitely fun. I mean, it's fun if you want to do that. I'm not gonna say don't do that. It'll be fun, but have some purpose behind your activity, especially in the weight room. Don't just go around in the weights and just push weight around. Have some. I mean, you can do that, right? But have some purpose in your activity. Have some purpose behind what you're doing. So if you're gonna go to the range and shoot some guns, like have some purpose behind those activity and training. Because if it ever comes to the time where you need to perform under that stress, where do you perform? Under what level are you going to perform at when you're under that type of stress? You know. So why though? Like Fabian, why? You're telling me all this, but like why? Did you want to get into it? Because I just felt that there was a need for me to learn a little bit more and explore this avenue. Because why not? A lot of people can tell me why not, but I can definitely tell you some more reasons as to why it might be a good idea to just look a little bit more into it, or even just learn a little bit more about it. And but like how though, Fabian? How can I learn a little bit more about firearms? Where would I start? Well, I got you. I got you on the next show. I'll run through it all. I'll run through how we can get the firearms ID card over on the next show. All right? But until next time, thanks for tuning in. See you later.